The state of Missouri murdered an innocent man, Marcellus Williams. This is some of the most grotesque shit that I read about, that I've heard about during my now 40 years on this earth. It's been days since his execution, and I'm still so flabbergasted by this shit. And what I like about myself is I'll never stop being flabbergasted by this shit, appalled by this shit. But that's also a detriment to myself because that hurt, that pain sticks with you. So I want to talk about this very briefly. We'll talk about this briefly, y'all. Starting out the film this week. Y'all know I'm going through so much with my mother. Thank y'all for your prayers. But goddamn it, I'm sitting here, episode 210 of the realest, most entertaining show in the game. Put it on something. And if I'm gonna goddamn talk about something, I'm gonna talk about this. I could talk about the vice presidential debate. I could talk about what we just saw with the strike that was at the ports, which is now ended. I could talk about the new evidence against Trump, the January 6th shit. Could talk about a lot of shit. But I don't want to move off of this because it seems like the rest of the fucking world has moved on, despite the fact that Missouri murdered an innocent man. The state of Missouri murdered an innocent man. The state of Missouri murdered that man in the name of its citizens. If you catch a case, it'd be the state versus you. So it's like the state is representing the people. So it's almost like the people, the citizens, killed this man. Now, if you're a real one and you from Missouri, I know you probably listening like, man, I ain't support that. I understand that. I feel you. Okay. But that's how fucked up this shit is. That's how fucked up the death penalty is. When these motherfuckers kill folks, when the state kills folks, they doing on our behalf. To them, they doing on behalf of the public. And in this instance, you had not only Missouri residents, you had motherfuckers around this country calling for this man's execution to be stopped. You had the family of the victim saying, stop it. You had the motherfucking prosecutor saying, stop it. And yet and still, Missouri murdered an innocent man. The governor of Missouri, you, sir, murdered an innocent man. The Supreme Court of the United States of America, you conservative judges, let me be particular, because the 3 liberal justices disagree with that shit. All right, because Supreme Court, y'all could have put a stop to the shit. Okay, Supreme Court could have done that. Joe Biden could not do that. He couldn't do that. Kamala Harris damn sure couldn't do that as the vice president. Oh my God. All this misinformation out here about the power of the vice president, and part of it is because when you got somebody who's a vice president and they running for office, they try to attach themselves to everything that was good of the president that they were serving with. So you notice how they don't just say the Biden administration anymore. They say the Biden-Harris administration. Okay. But really, this is a motherfucking Biden administration. Kamala Harris did some great things in the Senate by casting tie-breaking vote for a lot of major shit. Okay. But when you the vice president, You gonna do whatever the fuck the president tell you go up in there and break that tie, you gonna go in there and break that tie. That's your fucking job. Okay. So I think people get this shit muddied, and they be thinking that vice president got more power than they fucking got. No, man. No real constitutional power rests with the vice president. Be there, be ready in case something fucking go on with the president, and break ties in the Senate. That's pretty much goddamn it. You feel me? So that when people will be up here saying all this shit about that vice president, it confuses people. Okay. And he don't put it on something. I try to work through that confusion and just get y'all that real shit. All right. Joe Biden, as the president of the United States, could not have stopped that shit because it wasn't no Fed case. That shit was in the state. The president has the power to stop shit on Fed cases. All right. That shit was in the state. So that was on that motherfucking governor. Okay. But that appeal to the Supreme Court of the United States, those motherfuckers could have stopped that shit. And them bitch ass motherfuckers, those conservative judges, did not. Again, despite the family of the victim saying stop this shit, and the fucking prosecutors saying stop this shit. Missouri murder. An innocent man. And I don't want y'all to forget that, man. I don't want you to dwell on it. I don't want you to be miserable in your life. I want you to be happy and enjoy your life. But I want you to remember that because I want you to understand how important elections are. I want you to understand that if you had better elected officials in place in Missouri, that brother would still be alive. I want you to understand that if Donald John Trump did not win the presidency in 2016 and didn't get a chance to appoint not one, not two, but three motherfucking judges on the goddamn Supreme Court, that brother would still be alive. Okay, I want you to understand that. I want you to understand that elections have consequences. So I saw somebody went viral talking about some basically this brother just got murdered by the government and y'all telling us to vote. And other real ones correctly said, you motherfucking right, we're telling you to vote. You motherfucking right. Because if Hillary Clinton would have won, which she did win the popular vote, our country is fucking ignorant to still have the fucking electoral college. That's another video. I've talked about that bullshit before. I'm going to keep mentioning the electoral college needs to go. The electoral college needs to go. The electoral college needs to go. Goddamn it, Democratic Party, that needs to be a part of the party platform to get rid of that shit. Otherwise, I got to look at y'all motherfucking asses funny too, because it looks like y'all only want to campaign in them battleground states to save some money, okay? But that's dumb as fuck because y'all are routinely winning the damn popular vote. But goddamn 2 times in just my lifetime, y'all done fucking lost 2 times in the last 24 years. Y'all done lost the election because of this bullshit electoral college, okay? But I digress. Even with that bullshit, if motherfuckers are just taking their ass to vote in them damn states, even with the shit, I know it made no sense that white women voted for Trump, especially after grabbing them by the pussy and all that kind of stuff. Didn't make no sense. Even with that, if the Democratic coalition that elected Barack Obama would have goddamn came to vote, Trump bitch ass wouldn't have got up in there. Those judges that did not stop this man's execution would not have been put on the bench by Trump. This man would still be alive. Elections have consequences. So that's why motherfuckers saying vote. That's why they saying that. So don't forget about it, man. Think about that when you go to the polls, man. Think about that shit. If it's an election in your area, you don't give a fuck what it's for. Take your ass down there and vote. Oh, I wouldn't give a fuck if they were electing a damn dog catcher. If you have a chance to go vote, go fucking vote. Shit matters, man. Shit matters. When you fuck around and just sit back and let the other motherfuckers just make all the decisions and we don't goddamn really organize and Not even on no mass level, bro. Like when I'm saying organized, it just be you and your little friend group. Like say, bro, we committed to vote. Like this is just what the fuck we do, bro. Turnout. That maybe I'm too hopeful. Am I too hopeful that I still believe that is the majority of Americans got some common damn sense? I know we're living in this Trump era, okay? And I know Biden is currently the president, but Trump has been hovering over this fucking country since he came down that goddamn escalator. So I know we're living in the Trump era, but still, that motherfucker has not won a popular vote yet. 2016 he lost it. 2020 he lost it. Okay, so that tells me that most Americans are anti that motherfucker. So you just increase the turnout, not only in presidential election, but also in these local elections. Okay. So we can get better people up in this bitch. Humane people. People with empathy. People with some goddamn decency about them. People with some morals about them. Some ethics about them. This was murder at the hands of the state. Clearly murder. And that governor, he gets to sleep at night. Real ones in Missouri. I hope y'all raising hell on his ass now. Real ones in Missouri. I hope y'all give that motherfucker no rest. Mike Parson, governor of Missouri. Don't give that motherfucker no rest. Y'all raise hell. Raise hell. Raise hell. You feel me? That motherfucker don't deserve no rest. And I'm not going to tell Marcellus Williams to rest in peace. Brother, long live. Long live Marcellus Williams. Long live that brother. Okay, now he had changed his name. He had converted to Islam. So it's Khalifa. I should call him Khalifa. Long live to you, brother. Cause I'm put that. I'm putting this shit up here, bro. I'm sticking it up here with Trayvon and all this shit that impacted me. I'm putting that shit up there with George Floyd. Putting that shit up there. You feel me? I put that shit up there. What happened to me? This shit happens so much, and when it happens to you, you kind of stick it in the back of your mind when you survive that trauma. I be talking about this shit so much and just be acting like I ain't been through and that I'm not a survivor of police violence. You feel me? And all of it is together. This was a state execution. Police violence is violence at the hand of the state. These rogue police, these crooked ass police, they're the government's goons. That's how they get away with this shit. We can't get any motherfucking no peace, man. Can't have no peace. Ain't shit gonna change if we just sit back here, raise hell, sign these petitions online, be outraged by it for 3-4 days, and then we move on. Man, the innocent man was murdered. I don't give a fuck what the NFL got going on, the WNBA got going on, NBA getting ready to tip off soon. I don't give a fuck. College football lit. I don't give a fuck. An innocent man was murdered by the state of Missouri. Don't y'all forget that. Remember that shit. Vote early where you can. If you can't vote early, make some time on election day, take your ass to vote. And every day afterwards, I don't give a fuck again what it is. They electing the dog catcher. Take your ass to vote. Long live Khalifa. Put it on some.